Okay, and we're recording. Hi, my name's Noshad. Some of you guys know me as Noshad. I'm from London, England. And this is my mate Kevin from Stony Brook, New York. Is that right?
Yep, SBU Spurs here from across the pond.
And let's talk about, all things Spurs. Shall I get the ball rolling?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Obviously, let's just take a few minutes just to enjoy the fact that Chelsea managed to throw away a 3-0. Let's just enjoy this fact. And just take this moment to enjoy this. Oh, it was so beautiful. You saw, as soon as Man United scored that third goal, you saw people actually leaving the stadium.
The stadium, yeah.
And I'm like, what kind of supporters do that? I mean, I've been at Spurs when we're winning, and obviously, because the traffic's a real bitch around Tottenham, and so people leave early just so they can get, because otherwise you're stuck in traffic for hours or something, But
Right.
I've never understood this. Why, if you've paid X amount for a ticket, do you leave early? It can change at the heartbeat. Do you know what I mean? Never leave. You know what I mean? You stick by a team. That's what support does. Freaking thin. But I think it's a great news for us. Because first of all, Man U are about, obviously they're a point better off than they were. But first of all, Chelsea, they lost a 3-0 lead. I mean, this highlights so many of their flaws. Tactically they made mistakes. I would have brought on Drogba, not
Wasn't Drogba still at the...
No, not Drogba. Lukaku. Sorry, Lukaku.
Yeah,
For Torres.
he's a good player. I don't understand. I mean, I know he's untried in the Premier League, but I mean, come on, the guy's what, 6'3"?
6'4", yeah.
He's a 6'4". Okay, he's a fucking unit. Just run him in there.
Yeah, but you're 3-2 up. You're 3-2 up with like 10 minutes to go. Just keep it up because Torres. I mean, so psychologically, Torres isn't recovered from that miss, right, from at Old Trafford. So,
and this one also, he had, I don't know if you noticed, like, at the end of the game, yeah, of course you saw him miss that, like, he took it on the chest, and then he headed it, and then he went, and then he cut back, because he thought Johnny Evans was going to cut him off, and... he's
not, so good thing, he's scared to miss. So, I'm not happy with that. So that's psychologically, as a team, that's going to be demoralising to lose a 3-0 lead. Secondly, tactically, they are naive. And that's the psychology. But the other thing is that because Man United had to claw back from a 3-0 lead, okay, physically that's going to deplete them. Do you know what I mean? That's one thing. And the second thing is, it shows that Man United, it's just like, do you know Predator? If you can bleed, if it bleeds, we can kill it, kind of thing.
Right.
And I think that's the thing. I honestly think that even though I think we'll beat Liverpool tomorrow, and I hope we do, I still think Liverpool can get a point at Old Trafford next week. I honestly do believe that.
The thing is, we're playing Man United after Liverpool, right? So not next week. Okay, so the thing is, I really hope there's no way Man United is going to lose 3 games in a row. It's not going to happen.
No.
So for me, I'd rather see them, get killed today, come back, beat Liverpool, and then get spanked by us. Because I feel like if Liverpool beats them, they're going to have too much,
all that fire in the belly and all that.
Yeah, that they're going to want to come back too much that we're not going to really have a chance. Not that we wouldn't have a chance, but like, when they're firing on all cylinders, they're like not unstoppable. I'm just tired of being killed by Man United every single year.
Oh, trust me, it's been like, Pedro
Mendes.
Oh.
It's gonna go through my head for the rest of time. Pedro Mendes.
I'll tell you a funny story, right? My mum actually asked me this. My mum has no idea about football at all, right? Okay.
Right.
We were watching Football Focus, which is like a BBC TV show which talks about football, basically. And,
is that like Talk Sport? Because I have satellite radio in the car, and I listen to like Talk Sport, but they're just like I don't know. If
Adrian Durham's a prick. Adrian Durham's a prick. I know everyone knows that. But there's a really good video. If you get a chance to it, watch Adrian Durham takes a piss out of Jamie Carragher, and Jamie Carragher rings him up and calls him on it, and it's the funniest thing ever. On live, yeah, it's just the funniest thing. Oh my god, it was so funny. It's just like, and Adrian Durham, you can tell he's like backtracking as much as he possibly can. But it was that bit was funny. But no, but they were talking about it. My mum was going to me, why do Man United seem to get away with so much? And your mum knows nothing about football. She just knows Man United get away with loads of things. But do you know what? It's just like, Howard Webb. I mean, my mate did this really good thing. Do you know what? How can you beat 12 men? You know what I mean? Because Howard Webb's there. He's given so many penalties towards to Man United. So many good decisions have gone Man United's way when he's been the referee. So, I mean, technically, he could have almost given away 4 penalties to Man United today. And even for him, that would have been ridiculous, But that could have happened.
Yeah, did you? I mean, every time Welbeck, I think Welbeck's like the next big thing for England. I think he's not that he's like 10 times better than Sturridge, but on his day, I think he can be like Gareth Bale-esque, like unplayable. But did you every time they got the ball, like United, not necessarily just Danny Welbeck, but maybe Danny Welbeck and Carrick I saw a couple times. They just fucking go like diving so easily. It was so I don't know, disheartening. It was not like the example of soccer I wanted. Like because in America, this was one of the first games that was broadcast on national television, like on public television. Yeah.
Oh, wow! What the Chelsea game?
Yeah, Chelsea. Also, Arsenal. Not last week. The week before last week, there was the first ever English Premier League game on American
network TV
on Fox. Yeah.
Wow.
And,
that's impressive.
Yeah, but I don't know how the viewing is going for that. I think they're trying to have like one big game a week, and they're going to show it on Sundays, whatever game's on Sunday at 10 a.m. over here. So I guess the 3 p.m. kickoff for you guys.
Yeah.
On Sunday. So yeah, but I don't know. For me, it wasn't a good example, and like one of the commentators on the show is Piers Morgan.
Oh, Piers Moron! Oh my God.
He is fucking horrible.
Oh, do you know what we call him? We call him Piers Moron. This guy is... This guy is one of the most blessed... Him and Russell Brand are the luckiest guys in the world. They can do they can do career cock-up after career cock-up. Yeah, somehow still come smelling of roses. I mean, literally, the way I look at it is right. If you know, for those atheists out there, Piers Morgan and Russell Brand are basically, for those atheists, those two guys having careers... It's just further proof of that, for atheists, basically. There is no God, basically.
Yeah.
For atheists. But I don't know, Piers Morgan, oh God, God damn, let me start on Piers. I'm probably getting libelled for it, so no. Well, let me this way. Just look up Piers Morgan on Wikipedia. Piers Morgan on Wikipedia. And he does this thing, he's on a show called How I've Got News For You. If you haven't download it or whatever, or watch it on YouTube, it's the funniest thing. He gets absolutely owned on that show. It was just so funny.
Week in, week out.
Yeah, it's just he gets actually he's only on it's like a new satire thing, but yeah, Piers Moron, oh God. The the anger I feel toward let's just not go there.
Alright. So the title of this video is Piers Moron, I guess.
Piers Moron, yes. Piers Moron. Oh man.
Yeah, and the thing is, the other commentators, not to keep going on, I know we're supposed to be talking about Liverpool next week and the review of the Chelsea Man United game, but they have Eric Winalda, which I don't know if you've ever.
Eric Winalda, he scored a free kick, didn't he? Against the Brits or something. He scored a great free kick one time.
I don't know. He was a good American player like years ago, but he's horrible as a pundit and a commentator. I don't know, man. They just have, and they use the same music as the football games, the soccer game, like the American football.
Oh my God, I know that.
And as Man United's walking out of the tunnel, you have it's like, oh my God, it's fucking.
Well, they did that for the UFC as well. If you watch the UFC in Fox, they do the same music as well.
Yeah.
God, so yeah, I don't know, but I don't know, but it's talking about let's go at Liverpool. Do you know what? I know it sounds really weird, but I've said this. I think we can beat them. I think that I know when we played them last season, it was the end of the season kind of thing. And no one gave a shit about being 5th or 6th. Nobody wants to be in Europa, but they've gotten stronger. So have we. Our goalkeeper is about 10,000 times better. In Parker, we've got like a beast in midfield, and Adebayor can actually play as a striker. We've actually got a proper striker for the first time in God knows how long, And, I just think throughout the spine we're a lot stronger than, say... I think Liverpool are a good side, but... and it depends who they play. If they play Glenn Johnson, then I think we've got a much better chance of winning, because Glenn Johnson will want to come forward. And that'll give...
Sergio Ramos.
Yeah.
He's a defender that doesn't defend, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all of them, like Boswinger, Ashley Cole, Evra. There are a lot of fullbacks that can't really defend. They're good going forward, but they just cannot really defend their positions. And I just think someone like Gareth Bale, that's going to be absolutely golden. If we can get, because Gareth Bale was going through this stage of like, I'm the new Ronaldo. I can play wherever I want, Because I did well against Norwich City, and Norwich are a good side. I've got a lot of respect for them, but let's face it, they're not the best team in the world. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely, yeah.
So
I don't know. I share your want and belief to win, but I don't know this is not the time of the year that I would want to play Liverpool. I would not want to play Liverpool when they've just. I think they're on the back of 3 wins or 2 wins in a row, and they have. It might be 3. I'm not sure, but
yeah, they beat United in the cup, and they beat what's that team? Wolves as well. And that thing is that Wolves game. I mean, it was just. For me, Bellamy had a superb game, and that's the. And you know, and Carroll had a good game because they actually are they're getting the ball wide and putting the crosses in, which is what he needs. You know, you don't play like Andy Carroll and then not try and play it through to the ground. He's a player that you've got to whip the ball into. You know, cross it into him. And so, Bellamy is such a good player. That's the one player I'm really pissed we missed out on. Do you know what I mean? Because if we could have got Bellamy, then we just Dos Santos would have been gone a long time ago. Honestly, if we could have signed Bellamy.
The few times, like Bellamy's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's capable of playing like similar to Ledley. Like I don't think he's able to play consistently. I think he has a knee problem, or I'm not really sure.
He has got a knee problem. He has got a knee problem, but the thing, because Ledley's got like no cartilage, so his knee just swells up. I think with Bellamy, because of his age and because of his running style, is very, very quick. It has to manage it. But Bellamy's a good player. Enrique's an excellent signing. Was it 6 million? That is a bargain. He is such a good left back, and compared to the Concescu they had last season, you know.
That was like I guess Roy Hodgson was just like, I'm going to the bigger club. Anybody want to come with? You know, like he's going to a party. You want to come with? Yeah, okay. Paul, you want to come? Yeah, all right.
But I've got to thank Roy Hodgson though. I thank because you know what? If he hadn't signed Joe Cole, we wouldn't have signed Rafa. So
yeah, that's true.
I'll always be whenever I see whenever Rafa scores a goal, part of me is thanking, basically Roy Hodgson for signing Joe Cole, and Joe Cole would be an agreed cunt, and taking $100 a week. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. I'm like, yeah, I'm good with it. Do you know what I mean? I always thank good old Roy Hodgson. Roy
Hodgson with his wisp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, Joe Cole's tearing it up in France the last time I checked. I haven't checked recently, but apparently he scored a hat-trick a couple of weeks back.
I watched the game. Do you know the one that Harry was going to go watch Remy?
Loic Remy, yeah.
And I was watching him, and he scored goals, but they're defending, Lille's defending, they're defending champions of Ligue 1, and their defending was woeful. Really, really bad.
Yeah, and the quality of the league is poor, but yeah.
Yeah, the defending was just like, I'm thinking you're not going to get that kind of space and that kind of time, and I'm not saying I'm not saying you wouldn't adapt, but you look at it and you think, do you know what? I can see why players from Germany do much better in this country than say players from France. Especially forwards, because they're used to that physicality and they're used to that conditions. But I don't know.
Not to go on a even bigger tangent, but did you watch the Newcastle game?
I haven't. I do know. I haven't seen it because the time I got there was late. But I'm gonna watch it on my TV.
Yes, Papi Cissé, the new signing from Senegal.
Yeah.
Actually, he came from Hoffenheim, but so him and Demba Ba didn't score a single goal between them in the. I'm sorry if these facts are wrong, but to my knowledge, they did not score any goals in the African Cup. They came back. Papi Cissé, the dirtiest left foot volley into the top left corner. Oh my god.
It's just
sick.
Don't be wrong. I think it's good. The thing that worries me about this is the reason I'm not. First of all, I think if you're going to buy a striker, I think you either buy two kinds of strikers. You either buy like the 6'3" guy, like the target man, okay, who can play up front by himself, or you buy like the Aguero type, the one that can, very quick, speedy, the one that can turn the sixpence, that kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? That I think because I think modern strikers have to be able to play by themselves or play in a pair, but you can't have a player that has to be in part of a pair, if that makes any sense.
Right, yeah.
So that's why I think, because I look at Liverpool, Suarez, is he going to be fit? Well, he's been out for 8 games, you lose some of your timing, midfield, obviously they got Stevie G back, Stevie G. But,
I just love playing football, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
And I'm like, and it's like, I look at them and think, shit, it's going to be a lot. We're not going to get the 4-0, obviously. I've never said that we could, but we're not going to get that incredible result we had against them. But I just think that the way they play suits us because they have, Stevie G is great crosses, but he's going to find it difficult when you've got, because they play like that weird 4-3-2, 4-1-3-2 or something,
But Lucas is out. I think their main, I don't know, I think is it going to be Gerrard and Adam again? Because
I think
when they
we
got paired
Jerome.
together, they
I think
played
we
like
Jerome
shit.
adding. I think it'd be Adams and Henderson, Adams and Gerrard in the middle. I think some combination of Adams, Gerrard, Downing, like a 4-4-2. So I don't know where, and like so it'll be Downing, Gerrard, Adams, and Henderson. And Henderson's not really a right winger per se, and they'll play that way. And I think they'll play two up front. Kite, either Kaut and Carroll try and bring on Suarez, because let's face it, Ledley will put him back in his pocket. If you ever check out YouTube, Ledley does an interview. Some guy asks him, "So is Luis Suarez still in your pocket?" And Ledley just pisses himself.
I think actually you sent that to me, right?
I did.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I there's one joke. I hope I don't mess it up, but I hope Stuart Downing doesn't see Benny as like his wife, because then that's the only way he can beat her. I don't know. I definitely messed it up right now, but there's like some joke about
some joke about about beating
him beating his wife. So apparently he doesn't beat our guy, so he doesn't think he's a wife. Yeah, that's all convoluted right now.
Yeah, but you know what? I look at our team. I'm not saying I think it'll be a draw. I think it could be a draw, but I think I'm gonna say it has draw it all over. I think if we can start really quickly, and because the thing is, I think they have to play 4-4-2 against us, because they're going to want us. They're going to try and match our midfield against their midfield. Go 4-4-2. So having Downing against the combination of say probably Nico, because Lennon's still out, and
I'm nervous
Walker.
for him, man.
And then having say Henderson go up against Bale and Benny, and obviously Bale going up against Henderson and Johnson, and I think that's why I think it could be a draw, just because I think they will look to match what we do, and obviously they don't play the 4-4-1-1 way we do. But I think if we can get that space, I think we have one ability: we can move the ball a lot quicker than they can. Because you've got Adams who likes to play the big, he can play. He's a great passer of the ball, but he needs time and space to do that. Whereas Luca's much more good at actually passing the ball while he's still running. So I don't know. I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be 2-1 to us, but I think it'll be tight. I mean, what score would you give it?
I'm gonna have to give it. I think we're gonna be a little bit open at the back. I think we're gonna concede 3 goals, but we're gonna score 5. Okay, I know this sounds crazy. But I think it has the making, because pretty much everything is reliant on Adams and Gerrard working well together. And as you saw, I don't know, there was one game that they completely fell apart and it didn't work at all. And then the last 3 games they've had it good. But I think that Modric in there, kind of tearing them apart, making them go out of position. I think Parker's just gonna batter them.
Yeah.
And get 5 goals, 4 from Bale.
Why not? One
from Aurelio Gomez from the bench.
Oh yeah, why not? Do you know what I mean? Alright, Kev, do you want to do a part 2? Because we can maximum we can do on YouTube is 20 minutes. So.
You want to do a part 2? Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
So let me just start. So I'll start this. Let me just finish this one, and then we'll start again.